everyone. Before we begin, I want to let you know that this podcast is for informational and inspirational purposes only. The advice and insights shared here are based on my personal experiences and expertise, but they are not a substitute for professional, medical, psychological, or business advice. If you are dealing with a specific issue, please consult a qualified expert. And thanks for watching. Today, if you have been diagnosed with cancer or chronic illness, there are some places that you can go. I am going to suggest you find a healer. Over my work over the last 13, 14 years, I have certified psychics, mediums, and healers through my school. You can go to lisawilliams.com/directory. On there, you will find certified healers, certified psychics, and certified mediums. Every single one of them have been tested to the highest testing. I am going to suggest you go there, say to your healer, this is what I have been diagnosed with. On the directory, we're also going to be having the Sacred Soul Mastery as well. So you can go to somebody who has got Sacred Soul Mastery. Again, they have been tested, probably more so than the other healers that I've worked with as well. Ask them, say to them, this is what I've been diagnosed with. Now, they may have to look up your research. They may have to look it all up, but they're going to work intuitively. You want to find someone who can work intuitively with your body and then listen to them. And the secret, and I'm going to say to you, the secret sauce here is you. If you feel intuitively that that is not right for you, then it's not right for you. You have to really feel it. I want to share with you why acupuncture and why healers work. I work on a lot of the premise of Dr. Tennant's work, and he's based in Dallas. He has an integrative medicine practice, and I would love to get Dr. Tennant on here. In fact, I probably will. All right, because I adore this man. And he works on the 5 main reasons of chronic illness. I'm not sure where my throat is going. But 5 main reasons of chronic illness. 1, toxins in the environment. So that would be mold, asbestos, things like that. Thyroid issues. He also works on scars and tattoos and piercings. And I was a testament for this. I had at one point 11 piercings. I have tattoos. And as soon as I took my belly ring, my belly button piercing out and other certain piercings that I had, all of my issues cleared up, ironically. Then it was dental work. And that is because each area of our teeth are linked to a certain part of our body. And so therefore, if we've got a dead tooth, what we're doing is we're sending dead energy into that part of the body. He actually talks about the main reason that we have a chronic illness is because of our emotions. What happens is when he talks about polarities, I'll make it into meridians because a lot of people prefer meridians and they know about it through Chinese medicine. Acupuncture is a Eastern principle of work. It's a Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, where there's different acupuncture pressure points or points in the body that are linked to different areas. Now, when we are starting to keep the body open, what is happening is energy flows through it. You can't say that the body is not energy because it is. Look at EKG and ECG. Look at all of those things. We're actually managing how we're recording how energy runs through our body. When this is happening, if our energy and our meridians are not open, or our polarities, when we have not been dealing with our emotions, our polarities, in the words of Dr. Tennant, or these meridians, close. In Dr. Tennant's work, he says that they flip, the battery packs flip. When they do not open up again, the more that they are closed, the more susceptible we are to chronic illness, aka cancer, autoimmune disease, you name it, that is what happens. And I see a lot of cancer patients and a lot of people with autoimmune disease. And so what we're looking for is making sure that these meridians in our body are open. I've done a podcast before where I've actually shared the videos with you. We'll actually put different videos in the link in the show notes today, so you can have an understanding of how you can open your own meridians and your own polarities to allow the energy through. A healer does exactly the same thing. A healer works on scalar energy. Scalar energy is quantum energy. What we're doing is we're talking about EMF energy, which is electromagnetic, which is all around us. It's man-made right now that we're in, which is our Wi-Fi, which is computers, which is microwaves. It is highly toxic. The more, and Torunn was talking about this, the more you can get out into the natural EMFs, the more that your body is going to start to heal. Then we get into scalar energy. If we talk about what scalar energy, it's quantum energy, it's chi, it's prana, it's breath work, it's all of the, I guess, woo-woo practices that we do. Scalar energy is what flips the polarities. It's what opens the meridians. So healers are actually opening your meridians up, where acupuncturists do it through needles. Healers do it through sending energy. And when you're healing and you're keeping your polarities open and your meridians open, what you're allowing is your whole body to become in alignment and allowing the energy to open. Now, there is a part of this. Our body continually renews itself. It has cellular regeneration, and at a certain millihertz, your body will start regenerating new cells. And that's roughly around 35 millihertz in your body. It will start rejuvenating it. So we can have a point that our body's open to it, but then there's this other part of it that we can either maintain the energy going through our body, which is roughly between 20 to 35 millihertz, or we go above that. I have a very dear friend of mine and also a master teacher of mine. I met her, I want to say we met in 2018. And since then, we have been working together in some capacity. And the latest way that we've been working together is through her own cancer treatment. The thing that helped Torunn here is when she was going out and her body was open and she was doing the work, she was working on her emotions. And trust me, she didn't want to do it. It was a lot of emotional stuff. Her story to tell should she choose to do it. But what we did is we worked through the emotions. Then at that point, I would say to her, if you feel good enough, I now want you to go and see the horses. I now want you to take a walk. Because what we're doing is energy, walking, exercise increases the energy that runs through your body. And the more your body is vibrating at a higher frequency, a higher electro frequency, the more it's going to start rejuvenating cells. And so your body can help itself. The healer specifically opens the energy. The best thing that you can do after a healing session is go for a walk. Then after that, do self-healing, breath work, meditation. These are the things that will help you. And also, Torunn talks about this vision statement. It takes a long time for me to create a vision statement. I want to listen to what you want to do. I want to create a brand new day for you. We want you to start waking up and looking forward to your day rather than, and Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this, rather than waking up and thinking, you know what, I've got the same problem as yesterday. I'm going to eat the same meal. Because what you're doing is you're just reliving yesterday. Without slight changes into your schedule, your life, you're not actually going to start making bigger changes into your health and your body. So there's so much scientific study on this, and it's just really about how we approach it. So healers have a valid place in society. Doctors, and I have friends of mine who are doctors at UCLA, Cedars-Sinai, and a variety of different big hospitals around the US, have actually asked me to come and teach their staff because they're not trained to know. They're trained on data, they're trained on what the medicines do. They've not been trained in this. And the doctors that I know who have been trained in energy medicine, and I have many doctors and nurses that I train, they now are saying to their patients, I cannot diagnose, I cannot prescribe you to do a meditation, but please go and look at this person. So doctors aren't trained to do it because that's not part of their medical protocol, their medical profession. And so while doctors get a bad rap because of it, it's just because they don't know. And they are trained in their own way. So listen to your doctors, but find someone that gives you hope, and truly find a healer. Go and find Reiki. Go and find, do tapping. There's so many different things. Go to Torunn's website. There's so many different ways that you can do it. Sorry, guys, I just wanted to get on my high horse on this because I can talk till I'm blue in the face. And I have seen the way that it changes people's lives. I think it's very important for all of you listening to recognize there is help out there. So go to lisawilliams.com/directory. I'm happy. There's many people all over the world. We've got America, we have got Europe, we have also got Australia in there. And if you don't know, and if you don't know where to go, email us at hello@lisawilliams.com. We will be happy to help you, because as far as I'm concerned, this is where hope begins. We want to give you hope. This is about you knowing that you can find the help that you need, and you don't just have to rely on the Western medicine. I think it works hand in hand that you come together and work together. I'm so blessed that Torunn has agreed to come onto the podcast today. So Torunn, obviously you and I knew each other. You were a master teacher of mine. When I first found out that you had cancer, I reached out to you and I said, hey, I'll help you. What was it in you that said, I'm going to work with Lisa?
I think because I already trusted you so much for many years. And I know that you work from your heart. And that's very important, because if you work from your heart with healing, it always gives very good results. And you had a lot of knowledge, and you also used your psychic gifts to tap and scan my body. And I sometimes was a little afraid, because you are so good that you might say something that could scare me, but you never did. You
Right.
never did. But when I asked you, you always answered very honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in Norway, it's not everything we are allowed to say to a client, and I think it's the same in US. And you're very good at. I knew that you were so professional in this, so
Right.
it was nothing to be scared about. But
Right.
and I think it's very important as a client or a cancer patient to tell your doctors that you also use healing and diets, because now I have my healing practice in a center with doctors, also some private cancer doctors. And I think if we all start to open up, speak more about this, more doctors will be interested in this kind of work. And in Norway, we have such many success stories now, and many of them have done the same as me.
Right.
And the last one I heard about, she had pancreas cancer, and it was not possible to operate her. So the doctor told her she was going to die. And she did very similar things than me. And now her tumor is gone. It's no cancer in her pancreas.
Wow. Amazing.
So I know um, maybe sometimes it's not enough, but is it worth to? It's you should try and take control of your own healing process together with the help from the hospital, of course.
Yes. For those of you listening who want to obviously do some of the work that Torunn has done, I have been thinking very carefully about releasing the course again that I taught last year, which is Sacred Soul Mastery, because it teaches all the techniques that I worked with Torunn. And so maybe I might release that. But you and I are going to be doing a weekend. And I'm going to be in Norway. I'm going to be doing a healing weekend specifically for those who have gone through a lot of life changes. And you're going to come in and talk to them about your story, which I'm really excited about, in Norway on September. I think it's September 11th and 12th. Is it 11th and 12th or 12th or 13th? It's that weekend in Norway, which I'm super excited. So thank you for coming and talking and just, being part of that, because I do think that there's such an inspiration when you can see someone who has gone through this. We constantly hear about the negative part of it. We don't hear about the positive part. And you did the work. I just gave you the tools. And Louise Hay said this to me many years ago when I went through my own cancer journey. I said to her, Louise, thank you for the gift of giving me life. And she said, no, darling, I just gave you the tools. You had to do it. And I am going to say exactly the same to you, Torunn. No, I just gave you the tools. You had to do it. Your body can heal itself. And when you see that your body can heal yourself and you'll start to change the way that we think, we start changing the patterns that we're working towards, and we change the way our brain starts to process things, then you are the absolute testament to healing. So thank you.
And thank you, Lisa. And I think the work we have done is it's a bigger, what you call it, meaning with that, because we have both learned quite a lot from this.
That's right.
And I have followed the statement and start talking about this in a lot of podcasts, magazines, and everything we have done together. And I think we are able to really being a light for others so they can believe that they can heal themselves.
Definitely.
And I think it's always hope. And we don't know when we have the, what do you call it, exit. We all are going to have an exit. Yeah, but I think if we can live in the moment and have hope for each day, because we never know what's going to happen. But the most important thing is to have a good life when we have it. And with the knowledge we have together, I think we can give hope to so many. So I can't wait to see you here in Norway. It will be amazing and really an honor to join your weekend course.
Yeah,
and
fun.
I know many people in Norway are so interested in this, and they know how I have healed, and they really want to learn it from you. So I think it's important, especially for therapists and people who work with cancer clients, to join that kind of course, not only people. I think it's important for everyone to have this knowledge, really.
I agree. Listen, how do you see the future of integrative health, and the steps that are needed to actually bridge the gap between the medical profession and the medical doctors and healers?
For me, it's very important that people who get cancer and need to go through chemotherapy or operation or stuff like that, I want them to have the opportunity to receive healing in hospital, because I have had your help. I have had many hundred students that have taught healing, and so many of them helped me with healing every week when I was sick. And I could feel the energy when came back each time. So my goal is to have this in hospital, so everyone can have if they want to try more than just the school medicine, they can receive both. And I have just started to hold webinars, cancer webinars.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, my cancer doctor joined, and other doctors, cancer nurses, and also, of course, a lot of cancer clients, and also therapists and healers. I want everyone to know about this, how we
Right.
can help people to stand in such a rough therapy. You know, what I've been through, it's 12 chemotherapy. It's the worst and the strongest one you are allowed to give someone in Norway.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a big Whipple operation in November, and then I had chemotherapy for 2 months after that.
Right.
So it's really hard. But I think because I have done the work with you, I have also received healing from my students and college, and I have had acupuncture.
Right.
And I also are on a very strict diet with no sugar. So I think it's really good for us when we become ill to feel that we can do something ourselves to help ourselves and the body and the mind and soul to stay strong. And
Yeah.
it's also helped me when people believe in you and they say, you can do this. And you really said some very strong words to me. So it really turned on the hope. And you said, I remember you said, maybe it's just 15% chance to survive, but it's 15%. You will be one of them.
I did. I remember saying that. Yeah.
And I was thinking, yes, why not? Why not?
So, Torunn, thank you so much for sharing. I think it's very important that people listen to their bodies. I would say to anybody who is listening, if you are trying to find a doctor, if you're trying to find a healer, then I would say you're obviously listening for a reason. I would say follow your gut. You can either come to myself or you can come to Torunn or you can go to the directory and you can find a healer. We have ample people. We know people. Listen, we're here to help you. Don't ever feel intimidated. I can't because it's Lisa Williams or whatever. We are here to help you. In fact, before I started this podcast, I actually did a healing session with somebody who I just want to wrap up in my arms and hug. And I know that she can heal herself. So I want you to reach out and find people. In the show notes, I'm going to put Torunn's website. We're going to put my details. We'll put the detail of the information there. So please know that help is out there for you, and trust your own instincts and realize that you can heal your body. You don't have to just listen and say, well, you may have to be a statistic. Don't be a statistic. Start doing something about it. And so for me, I want to say thank you so much for listening to Hope, Healing and Transformation. And until next time, look after yourself and remember, you heal your own body. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, the information shared on this podcast is meant to inspire and support you, but it's not a replacement for personalized advice from a qualified professional. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to tune in next time. Until then, take care and keep believing in something better.